and shine. It is Thursday morning. It is the 26th of February. Rise and shine. I'm meteorologist Eric Burris. This is Coffee Talk. We get together 7 days a week, chat about what's doing in the world of weather. At least in the world of weather, we are watching this cold front and storm system working our direction. And by tomorrow, that wet weather will start to move towards Central Florida and will completely change the game. And I got to tell you, the models have no idea, seemingly, the timing. They have been trending a little earlier, which may adjust some of our plans for our Friday night. So there's that. There's that to deal with. All right, let's chat about it, shall we? We'll first start off by talking about what to wear this morning, because it's a nice, and we'll call it a comfortably cool morning. Temperatures out the door in the 40s for many locations, 50s for many locations. So it's sweatshirts. I think that you're going to be good as long as you're there. This afternoon, those temperatures are going to be climbing. So now we're getting into t-shirts and shorts and that sort of thing. A really nice stretch of weather for us today. However, that said, the rain chances are on their way up, and that is both a good thing and a maybe not as good thing. For today, it's dry. Tomorrow, 40% coverage of showers, and the potential is there for thunder showers. Saturday looks to be wet at times, and then we'll clear it out into Sunday, Monday. So what I want to do is I want to start with our Futurecast model, and I want to just give us an idea to start timing out this rainfall. It's important to know that now that we're in range for our Futurecast model, we're going to be able to use that tool, but the struggle is what happens when it's a little off from the rest of the model suite. So this is 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and I'll bring it full screen for you just to kind of give you the best vantage point possible. So that's 4 o'clock tomorrow. Showers, pop-up thunder showers, even getting heavier, 5, 6 o'clock tomorrow. There's 7, there's 8, 8:30, 9 o'clock. Rain's getting into the metro. 10, 11 o'clock, showers. 12, 1 o'clock, showers. 3, 4, 5. Notice in the morning, see, this is where it gets difficult. And I'll explain to you why this is happening. On Saturday, we're starting to watch these showers kind of more in our southern areas, right? 9, 10, 11, 12. And then into the afternoon, you'll notice there's not much going on. Let's just go to 8:30. Let's go to like Saturday evening. What's going on? Well, the model's showing moisture. It's just keeping more of it kind of down to the south. Why would that be? Because at the end of the day, this is a front that's moving south. So it's going to give those Saturday rain chances more of a South Florida type flare. But that's our model saying that moisture that front's going to be in South Florida. And there's no guarantee that that's the way that plays out. So that's our Futurecast model. Let me close that out. And it's running every 2 hours now, which is, by the way, super hip. Let's go to the high resolution rapid refresh model, the HER, as we always like to call it. Okay, let me dial this up here. Oh my goodness, stop. That's the button I want. Okay, stand by. HER, I opened up Futurecast, I need HER. Okay. Here we are. All right. So here's the HER model. Friday, maybe a sprinkle in the morning? Probably not. Yeah, now we're getting into the rain. So there's 4 p.m., 5, 6 o'clock. So we've got some heavier batches of rain around for our Friday. And then as that clears out, that's as far out as it goes. But it's also showing some batches of heavier rainfall around for our 4:30, 5 o'clock time frame. D on YouTube says, I need her too. That's sweet. So tomorrow is definitely starting to look more active. We're not looking at the moment at least, we're not looking at the threat of any kind of strong to severe storms, but it's definitely, yesterday it was looking drier. Today we're starting to edge rain chances back in. But I thought that this was kind of interesting, okay? So we need the rain. We know this. looking at the Keach Byram drought numbers, and I'm going to probably do a reel on this later today. But looking at the Keach Byram drought numbers, we see we're working, we're midway through the scale. We've gotten some rain, but definitely we need more. The KVDI is what this is referred to, the acronym, very original, tracks basically moisture in the soil. Okay, so that said, rain will help, right? Yes. However, we've already talked a little bit about this, but the pollen levels in Central Florida have been running high. Why? Because we have now gotten warm enough that plants are starting to do their spring thing. And I know we've talked a little bit about this yesterday on Coffee Talk, and I think that this is so interesting. When you think about it, as those plants spring up, they pull more water out of the ground. They pull more water out of the aquifer. They drag it out, and thus the soil dries. And so what we end up with, particularly this time of year, is a worsening drought very, very quickly. So yes, we're going to get the rainfall, and that's wonderful. But as that rain falls and then clears out, and then look at the American GFS model's temperatures, notice we are in the 70s to the 80s. Once that happens and we start to get everything growing, we're going to have a problem, right? We're going to spring up all the plants, and that's going to cause all these troubles, right? So yeah, I thought that was very interesting, and I know that we talked a little bit about it yesterday on Coffee Talk, but let's face it, I love a good topic. I love making a good graphic. And so there we are. So yes, we've got the rain in there on Friday. We've got the rain in there on Saturday. But Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, notice too, first off, this front that approaches us is not going to adjust the temperatures much. We're going to stay warm. The second thing is we're not clearing out the moisture. It's going to linger. We'll be hanging out in the lower 80s for our Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So there's that. And then rain chances are going to rise on Wednesday, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah. Okay. So that's kind of where we're at, my friends. Rain chances are a good thing. Don't necessarily love the timing. Of course, there's a lot of events going on. So let's start off Central Florida Fair, for example, right? The forecast tonight, getting the thing opening, is looking fantastic. We are not looking fantastic for the Princess weekend. The 5K looks great. The 10K, not necessarily great, unfortunately, frankly. And then, Sunday for the half, I think we're going to be good. Bike week, my friends, heading over to Volusia County. Loving the way that this is going to be looking and playing out, very much so. Just have to dodge. Look, at the end of the day, you just have to dodge the rains. We're going to be just fine. I am live, Alan. Are you coming to bother me?
No, I'm just saying I really like this forecast you got coming out.
Here, come here. Put on this microphone. You don't even have to put it on. Just hold it up.
Okay.
All right. Alan, everybody. Alan Campbell.
What do we got? Coffee Talk going on?
We got the Coffee Talk thing.
Hi,
man.
everyone.
You don't have to talk directly into it.
Sorry.
Yeah. It's designed to be a lavalier.
Oh, nice. So what's going on? How many people you got going on here?
I'm just trying to find my mouse. There it is. How many people? We've got about 300 at the moment.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, we're doing all right.
So Thursday, got any plans this afternoon?
Do I have any plans this afternoon?
We're not going to the zoo again, are we?
We're not going. No. Well, I haven't even told everybody what we did yet. So yeah. So we went to the zoo yesterday. Which, by the way, see, this is Coffee Talk, so we can be genuine here.
Yeah.
You all haven't met Cruise Ship Alan yet. Alon.
Yeah, it's Cruise Ship Alon.
Cruise Ship Alon.
Cruise Ship Alon likes to have fun.
Yeah. You could put that on you if you wanted to, just to pull the back off, put it on your tie. You don't have to go crazy because I'm going to kick you out when I have to do weather in 5 minutes.
Okay, there we go. Cruise Ship Alon, yeah. Likes to have fun.
Go on.
Sometimes make some bad decisions.
Not
very bad.
You know what's the problem? Cruise Ship Alon pulls out the
best in you.
I was going to say pulls out the worst part of me because I feel like yesterday you had Megan Mackey being sweet. You had Nancy being Mama Bear, and you had me and you and I, like the two idiot kids. We were We were barely doing the work. We were goofing off, I feel like.
We were, but we were there for a very important reason.
It was a great reason, but through the work, like every opportunity that we could be like little goof offs, we did that.
We took advantage of every opportunity.
Yeah.
We're like little kids.
Definitely not like professionals.
Yeah.
I mean, we pulled it off, but
Oh,
Tim's asking how many cruises have you been on?
Tim, I actually worked on cruise ships for 6.5 years.
So how many cruises have you been on? Would you say 200?
No, more.
More than 200?
Yeah.
These stories, guys.
Yeah, these are back in the day cruise ship stories. Things have changed a lot, but
No Oasis class here. Voyager only.
Yeah, Voyager. Worked on Royal Caribbean. I worked for Carnival. I worked for Norwegian Cruise Lines.
So you
I
bounced
worked for
around.
Celebrity Cruise Lines.
You really bounced around.
Yeah.
Why did you move from cruise line to cruise line? I know part of the answer to this.
I was just changing jobs.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
that was it.
I was just changing jobs.
That is just changing
That is the most vanilla, I'm not going to tell you answer.
I know.
See, this is what happens when the two of us get together.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
This is...
So if any of you want to know some of the better itineraries out there, you can ask me. Just send me an email.
What's the better itinerary?
I like, honestly, like if you're looking for something with great excursions, the Mediterranean. Now, it is a 14-day cruise out of Barcelona.
Uh-huh.
But you get to go, to Italy. You get to go
That's
to,
awesome.
Yeah, Spain, Ibiza, Greece. So you get to go to those places. Something a little bit local.
I'm sorry, everybody's making
Eastern
fun.
Caribbean.
Everybody's making fun of the... I was just changing jobs.
I was. Because I started on Carnival.
Go on.
And I was working in the gift shops. Not the greatest, because you're stuck in one spot, right? So I was like, I want to go and work outside of the gift shops. I want to be like cruise staff.
Go ahead.
So I was cruise staff for a couple of years. And then I was like, yeah, this is okay. But then I saw in Royal Caribbean, they've got a rock climbing wall. And I was like, you know what? I'm a sporty guy.
I'm a
I wanna
sporty
be
guy.
Sports staff. So then I became a sports staff guy and then sports director. And then eventually when I was on Celebrity, I was a port and shopping guide.
You can give me the microphone back. I have to go do weather now.
Okay. Well, anyways, it was nice talking with all of you. I do like Eggo waffles.
Yeah, I don't know what that's all about.
Lego my Eggo.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
I understand that, but that's all he says.
Oh.
That's all he says. Like, I ignore him because I'm like, what's happening here? Alan is the best. Campbell out. I wish that you guys could see what kind of a putz he is in person. That's a disaster. And I love it. Oh, man. Eastern or Western Caribbean? Eastern? He says Eastern. Oh, God.
Are we talking about say it cruising?
Yeah, we were just being a disaster over there together.
Hi, Coffee Talkers. Good morning.
I don't know that I said much actual weather today.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Coffee Talkers.
Warm.
Some of you were so kind and followed me yesterday.
The rest of you are schlubs, apparently.
No, you're also kind. But it was so nice because they said, they were like, hey, Eric told us to follow, so here we are. And I was like, welcome.
When
I
Eric
can't
speaks,
promise the weather every day.
when Eric speaks,
but-
people listen.
Yes.
Engage.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
It's not even like there's a competition to get, viewers and an audience on social happening. Meredith just wants to be able to share.
No, I like to. It's a positive page.
Is
I
it?
feel like for the most part.
I
I mean,
don't
I
even-
share.
Do I even follow your work
Oh
page?
my
Are you
gosh.
kidding with me right now? Are you serious?
Dude, I don't know that I do.
This guy. Well, maybe you should. Obviously, I could share news stories, but also it's just a lot of fun videos with Jay. We'll do.
We should say Miss Miller.
Now, Miss Miller tells us that after the video was posted, a couple in Texas reached out offering to treat the entire class to pizza for their act of kindness. What a great story, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, tomorrow, the 85th annual Daytona Beach Bike Week revs up in Volusia County. And this one's going to roll on for 10 days with events for bikers like stunt shows, markets, rallies, and a whole lot more, all leading up to the Daytona 200 next Saturday.
Okay, so big weather they need to know about for the
Yeah,
bikers, 'cause
yeah.
This is huge.
we need rain.
Yeah.
You see how I preface it there?
Right,
Yeah,
right. We
but-
need it.
We need
for
it.
Our drought conditions.
I
Bikers
really
don't want that.
don't want it to time out the way that it is, but it
Yeah.
is going to kind of time out right in time for so many events. So let's just look at the 7-day forecast. For today, the last day before Bike Week really gets going, we're dry. Then for tomorrow, as Bike Week gets started, we're not. We'll track some showers, even some thunder showers working into the area. That said, late Friday into Saturday is going to be the time frame to get some of that rain falling. And then into Sunday, the models are backing off on the rains, and then we'll basically just have some lingering showers thereafter. So here's the overall setup. Cold front and storm system are approaching us, but we are now to the phase of season where these cold fronts don't have a ton of cold behind them, or at least not right now. It's just going to kind of dial up some moisture out in the Gulf and bring it all our direction. So into Saturday, we'll have those showers. The exact position where this front dies will be paramount in whether or not Saturday's wet. We know as it passes through on Friday, we get rain. But on Saturday, if the front clears to South Florida, then we're drier and South Florida's wetter. Whereas if it dies over top of us, we'll be wetter and South Florida will be drier. So it just kind of plays out however it plays out. We'll have to watch and see the trends. Now, that said, the models have been trending wetter for our Friday and then lingering some showers into Saturday. But eventually, at the moment at least, most of that moisture pushes down into South Florida into Sunday. One thing I do want to point out, though, is that the Keach-Byram Drought Index, which looks at soil moisture, is continuing to dry out. And there's good reason for that, because now that we're into late February, notice our pollen counts, our allergy index continues to show high, which means that things are starting to pollinate. We're starting to get that whole thing. Problem is, as plants spring up, they draw water out of the ground. They pull it from the soil. They pull it from the aquifer. Thus, this time of year, any drought that we have without additional rains will worsen and quickly. So especially come March and April, with temperatures that look like this and no significant rains, we're going to really get into some tough drought conditions. So something to keep in mind. This morning, it's beautiful, it's quiet, and it's cool. 52 degrees in Orlando, 50 degrees in Ocala. We're nearly 60 already in Brevard County. We'll push into the upper range of the 70s this afternoon. Rain chances highest for us tomorrow in our northern areas, and then Saturday, kind of a widespread opportunity for some rainfall. 7-day forecast showing that rising rain chance Friday, Saturday, and then a few lingering sprinkles Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Coastal 7-day forecast, same idea, though we're going to keep the rain chances a bit higher for you along the coast next week.
Okay, thank you. And Central Floridians waking up to this
Okay.
location. We've been paying attention to this morning.
Nautilus is asking if the drought monitor has been updated. That usually comes down about 9 a.m. I haven't looked at it yet since early this morning. But yeah. All right. So anyway, we were talking about the events, and yeah, I wish that Bike Week was great. Real quick, I also want to mention, I haven't mentioned it on Coffee Talk. I know I made my little post this morning. You're looking at the satellite imagery from Hurricane Melissa as it was making landfall. Hurricane hunters, as it was making landfall last year, found the winds to be 190, I think even 200 miles an hour. They didn't upgrade it. It was a 185 officially. Then yesterday, the National Hurricane Center, and they do this for every storm every year. Yesterday, the National Hurricane Center went out and put their paper together, the postseason analysis, and that's where they upgraded Hurricane Melissa to have winds not at 185 at landfall, but 190 at landfall. And what that means is that it is now tied with Hurricane Allen in 1980 as having peak winds of 190 miles an hour. And that's wild. That's wild. Stronger than Wilma, stronger than Dorian. That's the strongest hurricane in terms of maximum sustained winds ever. That's wild. Just wild. So yeah, what does that Melissa stat mean for us in 2026? It's just a historical stat. It doesn't carry weight for us into the future. Yeah. So anyway, I just thought that was something very interesting to share. Not a good one, but it is what it is. All right. Questions, comments, concerns, my friends? How we doing? Anything? Anything at all? Janice is asking, where did Melissa make landfall? So Melissa made landfall in Jamaica, and then from Jamaica moved up to Cuba, and then from Cuba kind of passed through the Bahamas on its way out. It did not make landfall in the United States, did not make landfall in Florida. Yeah. All right. Questions, comments, concerns, anything at all, my friends? All right. So we'll have to continue to monitor the models and track the timing of the rains. I'm probably going to do a little forecast update or something this weekend. All right. So that's all I've got for you. Listen, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. I've got some work to work on with the hurricane forecast. So I'll pop out of here.